Hello and welcome to our channel. Are you learning English? Great! Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Let's get started.
In a small, busy city in Bangladesh, there lived a young man named Arif. He was 26 years old and worked as a software developer in a private company. Arif was smart, hardworking, and always on time. Everyone in the office liked him. But there was one problem: he had no time for himself. Arif woke up at 6 a.m. every day, got ready quickly, and rushed to work. He spent more than 10 hours in the office, writing code, fixing bugs, and attending meetings. When he returned home, he was too tired to do anything. No time for family, no time for friends, and no time for hobbies. One day, his younger sister, Midu, said, "Bye, you are always working. Don't you feel tired?" Arif smiled and said, "I have to work hard. I want to be successful." Midu looked at him and said, "But success is not only about work. You never play with us. You don't go out. You don't laugh like before. You are changing." Arif didn't reply, but her words stayed in his mind. The next morning, Arif was waiting at the bus stop when he met his old friend, Salman. Salman looked relaxed and happy. They hadn't seen each other for 3 years. "Hey Arif, long time. How are you, brother?" "I'm good. Just busy with work, as usual. Still the same workaholic." Salman laughed. "Come, let's have tea. You have 5 minutes, right?" Arif hesitated, then said, "Okay, just 5 minutes." At the tea stall, they talked about life, memories, and dreams. Salman said, "You know, I also used to work like crazy. But I realized something: life is not just about work. It's about balance. If you lose that, you lose everything." Arif asked, "But how do you balance it? I have so much to do. So many targets." Salman smiled and said, "Start small. Make time for one thing you love. Even 15 minutes a day. Trust me, it works." That night, Arif thought about his sister's words and his talk with Salman. He opened his cupboard and found his old guitar, dusty and forgotten. He used to love playing it during his college days. He sat down, cleaned the strings, and started playing a soft tune. It was not perfect, but it made him smile. For the first time in many days, he felt relaxed. From that day, Arif made a promise. Every evening, no matter how tired he would spend 30 minutes doing something he loved, playing guitar, reading a book, or walking with his sister. But things didn't stay simple for long. After a few weeks of his new routine, Arif began to notice some changes in his life. He felt lighter, calmer. He wasn't getting angry at small problems like before. He started smiling more, even at work. His manager, Mr. Karim, noticed it too. "Arif, something is different about you," he said one morning during a coffee break. "You look less stressed. What's the secret?" Arif laughed. "I just started taking a little time for myself every day. Playing guitar, walking with my sister, that kind of thing." Mr. Karim nodded thoughtfully. "Smart move. I learned it the hard way. I used to ignore everything except work, and one day, I collapsed at my desk. Doctor said I was working too much and resting too little." That story stayed with Arif. He realized that many people struggle with the same problem: working too much, forgetting to live. It wasn't just him. A few days later, something unexpected happened. His company announced a big new project with a tight deadline. The manager called Arif and said, "I need you to lead this project. It will require extra hours. Can you do it?" Arif paused. It was a big opportunity, more responsibility, and maybe even a promotion. But it also meant going back to long nights and no time for himself. He said slowly, "I can lead it, but I will need to manage my time better. I don't want to lose the balance I've found." Mr. Karim looked surprised, but then he smiled. "Good. That's the kind of leader we need. Someone who knows how to take care of the team and themselves." So Arif took the project, but this time he did things differently. He set clear boundaries: no late-night emails, fixed break times, and regular check-ins with his team to make sure no one was overworking. He even started a new thing in the office: a 10-minute chill break every afternoon. People could listen to music, chat, or just stretch. At first it seemed silly, but soon everyone loved it. One day, a junior developer named Rina came to him and said, "Sir, I was going to quit this job. It was too much, but now I feel happy again." "Thank you." Arif felt proud. He wasn't just doing his job, he was helping others live better too. But even with all this progress, life had another surprise waiting. One evening, as Arif was returning home, he received a phone call from his mother. Her voice was shaky. "Arif, Baba is not feeling well. I think we need to go to the hospital." Arif rushed home. His father, who had always looked strong and healthy, was lying on the bed, breathing heavily. They went to the hospital immediately. The doctor said it might be a heart issue. Arif sat quietly in the waiting room, feeling a strange mix of fear and guilt. He remembered how many times he had ignored family dinners, skipped trips, and said, "I'm too busy" when his father asked to spend time together. He whispered to himself, "Did I really balance my life, or did I just start too late?" The next few days were tense. Arif's father had to stay in the hospital for tests and observation. Arif took a few days off from work and stayed by his side. For the first time in years, he spent long hours just sitting, thinking, and talking to his father. One afternoon, his father opened his eyes and smiled weakly. "You should go to work, Beta," he said. "No, Baba. I'm not going anywhere," Arif replied, holding his hand. Asterisk, "You're more important than anything else." His father looked at him with gentle eyes. "You've changed, Arif. I remember the old days. You were always working, always tired. I missed you." Arif felt a lump in his throat. "I'm sorry, Baba. I thought I was doing everything for the family, but I forgot to be with the family." His father gave a small nod. "Success is good, but don't forget time doesn't come back. When I was your age, I made the same mistake. Don't repeat it." Those words stayed with Arif like a quiet echo in his mind. After a week, his father's condition improved. Doctors said it wasn't too serious, but a clear warning. He needed rest, healthy food, and most importantly, less stress. Arif took him home and made a promise to himself: no more choosing work over health or family. He also made small changes at home. Every night, after dinner, the whole family would sit together. No phones, no laptops, just simple conversation. Sometimes they laughed at old stories, sometimes they talked about dreams, and sometimes they just sat in silence. But it felt real. It felt right. At work, Arif continued leading his team with care and balance. His project was going well, and the team was happy. He became a role model, not just for coding skills, but for how to live a life. One Friday, his manager invited him to a company event. The topic was work-life balance in modern times. Arif was asked to speak. On stage, in front of hundreds of employees, Arif shared his story. "I thought working non-stop was the only way to be successful, but I was wrong. I was losing myself, my family, my health. I realized that work is important, but not at the cost of life." The room was silent. Everyone was listening. Balance doesn't mean doing less work. It means doing it wisely. It means understanding when to say yes and when to say no. It means making time for the things and people you love. After the event, many employees came to thank him. Some had tears in their eyes. A senior employee said, "I wish someone told me this 20 years ago." That night, Arif walked home slowly, feeling peaceful. The city was busy as always, cars honking, people rushing, lights blinking, but inside him, there was a calm rhythm. When he reached home, Midhu ran to the door. "Bye, Baba wants to play Ludo. Come quickly." Arif smiled. "Coming, boss." As he sat with his family, laughing over the game, he thought, maybe this is what real success looks like. But deep inside, he knew. The journey wasn't over yet. Months passed, and Arif's life found a steady rhythm. His father recovered slowly, and the family grew closer than ever. Arif still worked hard, but now he knew when to pause. He spent weekends with his family, played guitar in the evening, and sometimes went for quiet walks just to breathe. At work, he was promoted, not just for completing the project, but for creating a healthier work culture. His chill breaks became a company tradition. New employees admired him, not just as a tech lead, but as someone who truly understood balance. One evening, Arif sat on the rooftop, looking at the stars. Midhu brought 2 cups of tea and sat beside him. "Bye," she said. "You're happy now, aren't you?" Arif smiled. "Yes, I am. Not because life is perfect, but because I've learned how to live it." She looked up at the stars and said, "You taught me something. Success is not a race, it's a rhythm." Arif nodded slowly. "Exactly. And when we find the rhythm between work and life, everything starts to make sense." And in that quiet night, with a cup of tea and a heart full of peace, Arif finally felt what he had been chasing for so long: balance.